Hello, everybody. Welcome. Yes, welcome everyone. This week is the last Tuesday of the week, which means it is a Bill What You Bring week. So, before anything else, I'll just do the quick introduction of public service. Bin night. If your bin night's a Monday night or Tuesday, I should say, put your bins out last night, which being Monday, so then you don't have to get up this morning. Oh well, I'm losing my connection already. Yes, so that way then you won't be able to miss the dustmen as they come pick your bins up. So that's a public information service for yesterday, stroke next week. There we go. So,
it didn't take long, Dan. It didn't take long.
It didn't take long at all. all I can say is she must have that on very, very big widescreen TV. Yes.
Well, she does have a new big monitor, which is bigger than the Robe monitor, which is why she would have seen it.
Yes, there we go. What can one say? But yes. So evening, folks. Right, now I have put the link in the bottom of the video description down below. I'll now put the link into the chat as well. So for those who wish to come in and join us at the bench, poink, there it is. And for those watching outside of other means, there's also a link in my Facebook page. There we go. Right. So how is everybody? Let's see. Stanza, how are you?
I'm fine. Hunky dory, peckish, because I didn't get a chance to have any dinner. But other than that, I'm fine. What about you, Dan? How are you, Dan?
Yes, what about you?
Peachy is a peachy thing, possibly a banana.
Or he's as peachy as a banana.
Peachy as a banana.
Yeah.
Dan, you ask Phil how he is.
Oh, Phil, how are you? Yeah, you even sounded so sincere then.
Almost.
Almost.
Oh. Almost. I'm fine. I'm good. Probably won't be after this because of all the apparently all the fines that are coming up. But yes, as we can see, look here. So, but Siberian winter tours. All right, booking for 2025
and beyond.
Possibly on beyond, but only on the proviso that all hostilities are.
We have our first victim.
Evening, Dave.
Yeah.
So, providing that all hostilities are ceased in the Ukraine and that Russia gives back any territories that they may have took, then maybe I will consider doing the Siberian tours. But until then, so, Mr. Putin, if you're watching, you won't get this. You won't get the Siberian tours until you start behaving yourself. So, just be warned. You've got to behave yourself.
Somebody's phoning.
Be a good boy. Yeah, be a good boy. Otherwise, this won't happen. Okay, I'll go back to your mate Kim. All right. Okay. Right. So, how are you, Dave?
He's muted. He's obviously on the phone.
Oh, he's on the phone. He's on the phone. He can't answer me now. Right. So let's have in that case. Let's have a look. See who's in chat, shall we?
Yes.
Sarah Jane was the first one, giving a quote saying the engine is overheating, and so am I.
She was also the first one in on Sunday as well, I believe.
She was, yes, but I'm not going to, I remember it, but I am not going to repeat it because that was really insultive. So yours truly.
Hmm.
I'm not saying nothing. Panzer was in saying ice cream is the answer. Sarah Jane saying that I am eating ice cream right now. Well, that was ages ago. That was, by the way, that was about what was it? About 5 to 5 this afternoon. So yes. Then Dave is in saying hi, Sarah Jane, Panzer Cat, Dean, panel, and chat. Panzer's in saying hi to Sarah Jane with hugs with a double G. Yeah, creep. Yep.
You're just jealous. That's all.
No. Why would I be jealous when I can outlive? When I can live out, not live out, outlive, but I can live out my fantasy of recreating the Bond Ice Palace from Die Another Day.
Yeah, but you're not getting a hug from Panzer, Sarah Jane.
Yes.
Well,
I was sure the Ice Palace is actually in Siberia.
No, but that'd be the best place to do it. If I'm going to be there, I might as well do it there because it's cold enough. So I'll be fine. Yeah, there won't be so much planning permission as there would be if I was in Iceland.
Or volcanic activity either.
Or volcanic activity. Yes, well done. Yes, indeed. Yes. So we have Panzer saying hi to Sarah Jane, which I've already said. So we had Panzer saying hi to Sprue. Then me saying good evening to everyone, and me just saying I'll post the link of a seat in the bench in the description in the chat and in the yes as we go. Yeah. And Sarah Jane saying hi to Deputy Panzer, hugs again. And then hi Dave, and then hi Dan, hugs, and then first warning to Dean for horrible picture shown by Dan.
Is it the one there that's on the screen, or is it the one there that's on the wall, or is it that mini diorama parked on top of it? Or if I go even further up, I think multiple fines should be going on here because there's so much to choose from. Oh.
I can't help thinking, Phil, with friends like Dan, who needs enemies?
I know. Right. Scott's in. Evening, Scott. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
Yes, lovely. Evening all. It's what is it? Bring what you bring week. Let's see how low we can do this. Okay, right. Yes.
Yes.
Sarah Jane saying hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott. Anyway,
There's the link, everybody. Dave. Well, Dave did have it. He's gone again. Sarah Jane saying yes, I have a new PC, and there are a lot of fines after last week.
Yeah.
Fined a bottle of Malibu for being a turncoat. Hey. Sorry, phone call. And second warning to Dean for not completing the quote. Either we stand down or we blow up. What's it going to be? Okay. Depends on what part of Siberia, and some parts are very hot. Yes, they are. But that wouldn't be no good for me ice palace, so.
Just not the part you're in.
No, exactly. No, because I know what will happen. I've already been to the hottest part of Korea. So that, so it definitely won't be the hot part of Siberia. Jeff is in saying hi to Phil, Panzer, Dan, Sarah Jane, Dave, and all in chat. Evening, Jeff, from over the sea. Evening, Jeff. And Sarah Jane saying hiya, Jeff, hugs. And Jeff saying big hugs to Sarah Jane and saying hi to Scott. Right, so that's it for the moment. That's in the chat, folks. So, yes. Anyone else watching? Yes, if you want to come in and join us. Dave did for a little bit, but he's got a phone call, so he'll probably be back in a little while. Yes, hit the link, come in, and if there's more than 5 or 6 of us in total, one of us will jump out to let someone come in, and then show us what they're on the build doing, and spend a little time there, have a little chat, have a little chin wag. And then we'll move on. So, yes, come on. Let's make this one of the biggest build weeks we've had. So, let's see. Graham. Graham is in. Evening, Graham.
Hi, Graham.
And saying hi to Graham. And, right. And Sarah Jane saying not many people know that the reason Pukin went to North Korea was to sort out the transfer for Dean. Yes, but it doesn't mean to say I shall be going. No.
Sarah Jane has something to say about it. You bloody well will be.
Well, not that I am saying that Sarah Jane has any influence on the Russian sort of governmental side of things, but yes, I am no, definitely not. No, unless things are calmed and quiet, I will not be going.
The emphasis being on mental. Yes.
Yes. Saying you're doing a good grand job in applying to go. I've got no qualms of going, but only if they withdraw from Ukraine. Yes, be good boys. Yes, and girls. Yes, mustn't forget that. Yes,
I can see someone staying in North Korea. Yes.
Yes. So anyway, now then. What are we doing? Folks? What Panzer? What are you going to go do on the bench this week?
I am continuing on with the Rich Models Radslepper Ost. That is what I will be continuing to build this week. I will be doing.
Otherwise known as a Skoda.
In the cab, yes, you can tell by the size of those wheels that this is a very early Skoda.
I thought that was one of their more plush vehicles.
Not at the beginning, it wasn't.
Oh, dear. Right, so that's what you're working on. Mm-hmm. Okay, Dan. I don't know what Dan is doing, but it looks really. Yes. This is a point straight away. Being fined, yes.
I've been attempting to CAD design. Now I've clicked on something. Shouldn't have clicked on the numbers.
Oh, yeah.
You know that run on side to say it's like 3-digit number, but yeah, it looks a bit crap at the minute because it's crap. It should be slightly rounder, on the edges, and it gets thinner down sides than it is across top, and it's not good. It were irritating the shit out of me. But I may move on to doing some other part somewhere. I don't know where. And I might have to remove some of these back plates.
Scott has indeed raised an interesting point.
What's that?
That he has said, quote, so it was all a cover up and to sort out Phil's transfer. I hope Kim has got a good deal in exchange. I can't help wondering what Kim got.
Wow. That's it. But I don't know. I have no idea. Graham's got a little bit of a news saying got a date for his op. It's in August. Not good as I have a walking time bomb. Oh, well, let's just hope it all goes well. And Jeff is saying, looks great, Dan. I can't imagine how long it took you to work with Blender to become this proficient.
Been doing it about 20 years. And God, I feel old saying that.
Psst, Dan, you are old, mate.
Shut up. I'm still prettier than you in a dress. So,
And Sarah Jane saying Floppy Dong probably got a nice deal for scrap metal from the Rusky military. Well, yeah, you never know. Yes, but well done. So, look, we have an Adam, right? So hang on, let me just.
There you go. Oh.
No, I've just come off of that. Oh,
Hold yourself out.
I just added him and he disappeared. Phil did at it, and then just as Phil did it, I did it.
Yeah, well, there we go. Look.
All right.
Evening, Adam.
All right, dudes.
Hello, Adam.
How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, same old. Same old.
Well, can't be bad as long as that's at least the same old.
Yeah,
that's what I say. Yeah, same poo every day.
That's the one.
Yeah. Just a different day. Yes. Well, there we go. Right. So, what have you got on your bench, young sir?
Not a lot, really. I'm still doing the Impulsor. I've not made any headway with that. I've got stuff on which I can't do until I get an airbrush. Because I want a better finish. But I did pick up a nice resin miniature the other day.
Oh, a BSG.
Yeah, so the reimagined one, and it's a nice chunky bit of resin. I think it's been cleaned as well, but I'm not seeing any shininess on it, so I think it's ready to just get printed. I have drilled a hole in the bottom of it. Look there. Because I'm not going to do a massive thing with it. I'm just going to try and 3D print like the command badge, which Adamo has.
Right.
Metal pole and have that and maybe at like an angle or something. It's just going to be a quick one because I don't think I can get decals that small, so I'll try and paint it freehand as best I can. But all I'm going to do is spray it grey, get a nice dark grey, and add a little bit of silver to it. Just kind of give it that metallic sheen. Or I'm going to prime it, paint it with silver, like a dark silver, and then use a contrast paint on it, and then give it a bit of a dry brush. I'm not sure which one I'm going to yet. If I go with that, I might do a bit more on the panels, do a bit more grey, but that's what I've got on my desk at the moment. And then with that, I bought. Oh, you can see. I don't even know if you can see them.
Well, you see a bag with something in it.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Hang on.
3D printed.
Because look, it's like, you know,
Well,
considering that Panzer jumped in to try and do the production and then just left it.
Huh?
Right, what we got? Let's have a look at them.
I don't even know you can see that very well.
Oh, Vipers.
Yeah. So reimagine ones, and you can see they're so you actually see through the wings. They're just that small. I don't think it's quite no. They're not to scale. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
But
well, I think the problem being is that I think it'll be probably not even the size of a grain of sand, if that was
I think if the shape was as big as my iPad, you might get away with it.
Yeah.
But I just picked them up, so I thought, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
So I got that on the bench at the moment. That arrived today or yesterday or something, but I've not done anything with it. I've not felt like doing much hobbying lately, to be honest.
Yeah, good. Scott saying, "Oh dear God, Panzer and Dan in dresses." Yes. Sarah Jane saying, having lost Donald Sutherland this week, I hope there'll be plenty of his quotes. Woof woof. My other dog impression.
I choose to believe that Scott's comment was one of excitement. Oh God, yes. You know, that kind of excitement.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Jeff is in. Evening, Jeff. Jeff with a double f.
Yeah, the other white meat, Jeff. Yes.
That's the one.
The Dunham.com.
Dunham.com.
Yep, that one. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Maggie.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So, right. So, what I am going to do. Yes, what am I going to do? I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to change. Nope. I'm going to change my camera.
Funnily enough, talking about resin prints, I've been mucking about with a 3D printer over the weekend. I printed droids.
I would love to get a 3D printer, but I just can't pull the trigger on it. I would, because ideally, what I would do is to print off a load of Battlestar Galactica stuff. Like, there's I know Battlestar Galactica is so niche and it's so hard to get stuff. Like, really, if you want Star Wars miniatures, you can Google Star Wars miniatures, and there's a plethora out there. Or Star Trek. You know, there's not much out there for Battlestar. And to be fair, Battlestar's my favorite sci-fi universe.
Wow. You never know. Right. Just, well, it's a case of just sort of like, literally, I know there is a BSG.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that. And I've seen a Viper. I'm not done as original, I think. I'm not sure about the imagined one, but I have seen the original Vipers, 3 STLs.
Yeah.
Right. So, what am I doing? I'm going to be doing this chap, which, if you don't know, I shall introduce one's head. Yes. There we go. It's General Urko. Yes. He's been languishing in the corner for over a year now. I printed him probably about this time last year, actually. So I'm going to do a bit more painting on him and see how we go. And let's have a look. See where we've got. Right, yeah, Scott's saying, yeah, you just keep telling yourself that, Dan. And,
don't worry, I will.
Graham, and Graham was just having a chat with. But yeah, hopefully everything will be fine. Everything, hopefully, just don't sort of get overly worried about these things. I know, that it doesn't sound good, and it doesn't feel good right now. But it's no good trying. Not no good trying to worry about it. But it's no good worrying about it. Sort of just go with the flow, and then, like Sarah Jane said, the time will come quick enough. It'll soon be here. August will be here.
What are we worrying about or not worrying about?
Oh no, Jeff's got a date for an operation.
You'll be all right.
You mean Graham?
I mean, who did I say?
You said Jeff.
Sorry,
Graham is
Jeff. I meant
speaking
Graham. I
Yeah,
meant Graham. Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll be fine.
You didn't specify what Jeff, mind you, but I can see both Jeffs
Sorry.
looking at
Looking at each other. Going,
wait,
what?
wait,
Who's he talking
wait,
about? Yeah. What? Who? What? Yeah. No. Sorry, Graham. Dear. Right. So yes, I'm gonna do a bit of painting. Pans is doing a bit of building. Dan is doing a bit of sketching, and Adam is I don't know what Adam's doing actually. So
I am just going to I don't know what I'm going to do actually, because my model build, I don't have anything in me at the moment to kind of do. I just don't have the.
You're just gonna sit there and chill.
I'm just going to enjoy the chat and give you grief.
Why not?
Technically,
Why not? Everyone else does. So there we go. Right now, don't get excited, Dan, but I'm going to be using rubber black here.
Okay.
Ooh, not much left in there. Hopefully, that'll be enough.
On the subject of fruity, I noticed earlier today that Heinz has done a whole new variety of tomato ketchup with various spices in it. Smoky bacon, there's pickle.
Smoky bacon and pickle.
Yes.
Doesn't sound favourite to me.
I don't know. It sounds interesting, but whether we actually will get it in this part of my world is a totally different kettle of fish.
Indeed. Now, the only problem I've got, the only problem I've got with this is that this is all different variations in shades of black. Because, yes.
Well, you had the choice. You could have done that, or you could have done your Formula One car.
I could.
You should have thought about that before you gave us the decision of what you're going to do.
No. Because what I was going to say is, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to use the same technique as I did with his face, and that is by using a base coat of black and then adding either a touch of a sprinkle of blue or a bit brown or a bit of red or something like that, just to change the variations so that when it comes to different variations on clothing and types of clothing, they will look different. Hence is why at the moment we've got NATO black for his trousers and jumper or sleeves, and I'm now doing rubber black for the bottom part of his tunic stroke armor or whatever you like to call it. And then I should be doing a different black, maybe a semi-gloss black, and then a matte black, and whatever, and just going around doing different variations of black, and then adding blues and greens tones to it to highlight or low light, as it were, all the different parts. And hopefully it'll come out looking absolutely fabulous, darling.
Have you ever considered blending oil paints onto your model rather than using acrylics? Because there was a person quite a number of years ago who used to do African skin tones on large-scale figure busts, and he used to use, what was it now? He used, I think it was sap green, a very deep, dark green.
Yeah. Yes, I
Over black.
I believe it. Yeah. No, I have. I have thought about it, but let me just. Now I don't know whether you're going to be able to. Now I go. Where am I? I go big screen. Dun, dun, dun. Now I don't know if you're going to be able to see that properly because we haven't got that much light. But there is matte black, satin black, gloss black, and then there's a black with a touch of brown in it, and
It's muzzle.
to
Yes.
highlight. Yeah,
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
don't know if that's So it looks a lot better in the flesh, as it were.
It always does.
Mm.
The problem becomes the RGB.
Yes,
mix on
the
your
old red,
camera.
green, and blue.
Yes.
Yes, the old red, green, and blue.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's how I'm intending on painting. Whether it actually works out like that, I don't know. But I mean, yes, I've got oil paints that I can use to blend if I need to add different variations of color. But so far, this is just two base coats, as it were.
As Graham McRobert is saying, alert, you don't buy the Tacom 131st scale 88 Mark 1 Apache. They don't give you color call out in the paint or what paints to use in the instructions.
Oh, that's no point, is it? What's the point of that?
Well, that's probably because I don't think there's an accurate color match for the paint in question.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to go get a coffee, and I'm actually going to spray this.
Okay,
Because it's nice outside, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Enjoy my beautiful box.
So
Jeff is asking. Jeff is saying, "I'm very confused now. Which Jeff am I?" Yeah,
technically he's
yeah, Jeff. Yeah, but you're Jeff from over the sea. From over the sea is Jeff. Aye, Candy Graham. Right now, am I gonna? Yes, I am. I'm gonna. Right. Anyone else want to come in and join?
Yeah, we don't seem to have very many viewers, but then, as I suspected, it has something to do with the football because I'm not seeing a PJ.
No, not seeing a PJ. And there was someone else last week who said they wanted to come in and be on the stream. The new guy.
Yes.
What was his name? Retro? No, it wasn't Retro.
Yeah.
Oh, can't remember now.
No, neither can I.
I feel terrible now because I can't remember.
He'll probably remember it was Bring What You Build when he comes back to the when he watches the stream later because he may have something maybe on tonight.
Maybe. Don't know what it is though. No idea.
It could be he's watching the football.
What football is that then?
Exactly.
Is there a football match on? Is there a football match on?
There is indeed.
Was that one of them little charity kick around things? Is it?
Yeah, something that we Scots didn't really worry about. There's some local English team playing a bunch of shepherds.
Oh right, okay.
And I was being polite there. That was what I was actually used in the words I used in the green room, but
well done.
It is before 9 o'clock.
It is. Well done.
After 9 o'clock, 25 minutes, it's fair game. Right. See, it's bugging me. It was one of the new people.
It was.
I know it's gonna bug me now. Let's see if I can.
He's gonna go back. Sarah Jane saying I have the footy on something different after all the motorsport of late. Flipping knackered I am. Well, there you are. Pace yourself. Pace yourself. I watched the Indy 24, the IndyCar, and the Le Mans, and the Monaco Grand Prix, and the Grand Prix last weekend. Yes, and the touring cars. So yes, it has been a very good month for motorsport, I must admit. Right now, what I want.
Well,
What I want and what I get are two different things, as my mother would tell me.
I haven't seen a let's welcome the new members post, so I can't tell you who it was, and he hasn't posted anything in the gallery. So
No, but he was in the stream last week.
yes, he was in the chat.
Yes. So unless you've got the stream up,
No, I've got this week's stream up.
you got this. He's got
Yeah.
this. He's got this week's stream up.
Yes.
He's got this week's stream. Yes. Right.
I can't see what's happening on screen right now, but that sounds really dodgy to me.
He's
There we go.
Adam Savage, the Adam Savage of shaking bottle paint bottles. Yes, paint bottles, bottle
Yes.
paints.
yes,
Really
you've
good
had
quality.
enough of Sarah Jane's Malibu.
Yes. Scott saying don't forget Superbike and MotoGP. Yes, they were. Yes. And Sarah Jane saying yes. Last week was F1, IndyCar, IMSA, British GT, GT World Championship, British GT, NASCAR, and Xfinity and GT Asia and more.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you see.
So that's my plan. I'm going to have a little plinth for it. And you're going to have it.
Lovely.
It's just a small thing. It's a small thing, but I like it. And yeah.
You know what you
Don't do
could
yourself
do?
don't do yourself an injustice, Adam.
You could have on the base of your plinth the tent city that was in season 3, season 4, season 3,
Oh.
where they did the insertion into the orbit from the orbit.
Oh, that'd be cool. That would be cool. I would have to figure out how to do that though. But currently, there's little gaps in the rear of the pod bays, and you can see. Look like little L just on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see them. So that's just where the print's gone through a little bit. So I'm just going to fill them up with a bit of Milliput. But now I've sprayed it, and it looks stunning. You can actually see all the ribs really clearly. It's really beautifully done.
Excellent.
I just wish I could get like very, very small decals for it, because that would look lovely on there with Galactica along it. But it'd be absolutely minute to do, and I'm far too lazy. Like small decals, yeah, fine, I can do them. I've done the cockpit of the Viper. I can do like my miniatures and stuff like that. That's not an issue. That's something else.
I'm sure you can buy some.
Sarah James has asked a question. Are you going to light that up?
No,
I think it's a bit too small for that.
I am not going to
Even
let
I
that
wouldn't
up.
contemplate that.
Not a chance in hell.
I was going to say, Adam, you can probably buy small standard letters and numbers.
Probably, but it's just the size of it. I think that's good. That's the issue. I think my Milliput's gone off as well. I don't remember. It's not meant to be brown, is it?
No.
Well, it depends. What was it? Superfine or the grey first? Green.
Oh yeah, that's ballsed.
That's gone.
Oh yeah, God.
That's
That's brown.
That's
Yeah.
had it.
Yeah, that's ballsed. Oh well.
Yes. Amazon
I think I've got some more somewhere. I might just leave it because it's very small, and once it's painted, you're not really going to see it, I don't think. Or is it going to annoy me? It might annoy me. I think it's going to annoy me, isn't it?
You.
Yeah. Give me a second, I might have some more.
Yes, I like Milliput. The problem is that I use it so seldomly that whenever I go to use it, I need to buy a new box of it.
Yeah, it does. It does go off. Once you've opened it, it does go off. It's right them saying it's got a great shelf life, yeah, but that's only until you open the damn thing up. You get air to it.
It also depends.
Because although it's a 2-part, it still does start to degrade.
It's like super glue. It has a certain shelf life, but only from when it was date of manufactured. And this is the one thing that they don't put on tubes or bottles of super glue. Is when it was manufactured.
No, they don't. Which is naughty.
Very naughty, because you go and buy a tube of super glue from Amazon, you wait a day, you get it delivered, and then you open it up and you discover that the damn thing's thicker than
the thickest thing on a thick day.
I was going to say thicker than Boris Johnson, but yeah, thicker than the thickest thing. A thicker thing on the thickest day is good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Dan's very quiet.
This is worrying.
I'm usually up to mischief when that happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
We know.
I'm just trying to figure out because I want to do this. You know, this top bit. It's a bit difficult to show it when it's on.
Hang on.
2 dimensions.
Let's get Boink.
This bit that protrudes out, and if you look from
yes, yeah, the umbilical connector, yes.
Yeah, I want to try and get that done, and it's kind of like reading a novel. The first few chapters of a novel, it really drags and it's boring as shit, but once you've got into, where things are actually starting to happen and you can see physical shape, then that's when it's interesting. So right now I'm in the boring bit that's kind of difficult to get my head around because I need to I've got the top, looking down at it, a 2-dimensional version that I should...
I found some more.
Be able to pull into place. So I've got that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And if I pull them up, helps if I'm on the right side. Grab it on the Z, pull it up, and you can start to see a shape-ish starting to form. But before I pull it so that I've got from there, and I'll zoom in a bit. So I've got from there to there. I need to angle it, so that it's tilted backwards. And before I tilt it backwards, I want to get as many of the details there so that it's just a case of grab these highlighted ones and yank them up.
Gotcha.
So I'm having to think almost 4 dimensions because I'm working in 2 dimensions and planning for the third, but also there's that angle tilt thing that I need to put in.
Oh God. Angles and tilts and yes,
there's a reason
I
that
never.
I'm slightly bonkers, and Blender might be the reason.
That's one thing I just really can't get my head around. It's bad enough when I was at school doing 3D TD drawing, but to actually put it into a physical sort of like computer screen is no.
Well, I've essentially got, if you see this line here, and if I highlight just that one line, so that line here should be that line there.
Right.
So when you're looking at it from the top view, it sort of slopes upwards on two different angles.
Right.
Just grabbing that, and I'm kind of tempted to get a bit cocky with it and try and put in these kind of like vent thingies.
Oh, what, the grills? Yeah.
So, yeah.
And the only way of finding out is by trying it.
Yeah, it's just holding it all in my head until I get to a point that I'm ready to do that. So I need to this red and white thing is the 3D cursor, which I've made that the pivot point. The pivot point. So if I don't know, grab anything and scale it, it'll scale with the center of the 3D cursor will be the point that it's shrinking down to. And
right.
So when I go to put in that tilt, I need to move the 3D cursor to the front edge, and then it'll act kind of like a hinge. And as I say to it, rotate on the x-axis, it'll be kind of like a door closing with hinges down at front end, and then bring this line down to about there. And then I need to move the 3D cursor to there, and then do same again for this back end bit that slopes even steeper. Yeah.
Wow. All I can say is it sounds like you know what you need to do. You just need to get on with it.
Yeah. I've been sort of continuously thinking through it since almost the day that I started this, which is quite a while ago now.
Yeah, it's been a fair while you've been working on that.
Yeah, and I've had about I gave up on it for a big chunk of time because I put the detail worked in, all of this side, this panel on side, and the red and green thing is, that tell other shapes which is the left side and which is the right side.
Formation lights, yeah.
Well, no, those aren't formation lights. Those are port and starboard lights.
Well, whatever they are, I've done them about 6 dozen times over, and PC's done a blue screen, deleted all the work that I've done, and it takes a few. So it's like 6 hours worth of work, and then, So after doing it about 7 or 8 times, I lost my rag and walked away, spat the dummy out the bedroom window, and big time, and kicked my pram over and everything.
Oh, no. Well, you're doing a grand job, Dan. You're doing a grand job.
Talking about moving on, we forgot to ask Belly and Bench.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
So, folks, what is
go on then? Since you thought it up, yeah.
what is in your belly? What is on your bench? What is your beverage of choice? What coloured balloon have you chosen today? And what's your baboon's name? Apparently we're doing baboons now as well.
Indeed. Right. I'll go first then, shall I?
I was just about to pick on you. Yes, Phil, you go first.
I thought, yeah, well, I see, that's the story, man. People keep picking on me. Yes. Right. Oh, dear.
You probably deserve
Right,
it to be
so-
fair.
Yeah, well, some say I do. I mean, I can't see where they say that, but there you go. Right. Anyway, on my belly.
They know what side Sarah Jane's bed's on.
Yes. Right. In my belly is smoky barbecue naked or Korean style naked noodles with some bread and butter. My bench is obviously I'm doing the general urku. My beverage of choice this evening is a Pepsi Max.
Good choice. Good choice.
My balloon is going to be green, lime green. I fancy a lime green today. And the name of my baboon is Archibald. So, Panzer, what's
I was
your
going to say.
belly bench beverage balloon and baboon?
I was going to say I shall ask Dan now. But okay, since it's me, bench is the RSO, as you can see. Belly, I haven't had yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to have. Probably a sandwich by the time this thing gets finished. Beverage is very much a cold cup of coffee. I am between baboons. And
Still?
Yes, I have choosing a new baboon's. You've got to make the right choice, you know. You just can't rush into these things.
So you don't mean you're physically between two baboons? Because that sounds a bit kinky to me. You know,
Dan. And
no, I think we should be worried that Panzer is not actually knocking these baboons off, because it seems very rare, very strange that everyone else seems to manage to keep hold of their baboons, but he's not.
And
I think he's
notice he didn't try to deny it.
My balloon color, because I'm trying to get it all through, finish all the things while it's still in my head. Balloon color is going to be dark blue.
Classic model building is in.
Yep.
Saying, all right, Sticky Modelers,
Evenings.
Sarah Jane saying, was there a public announcement today? Ooh, yes, there was, right at the very beginning. So, let me say, yes, a cake for me this time for not paying attention.
No, you don't get to issue fines.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
It's like my show, and I'll do what I want.
It's like voting for felons in the United States is optional, and this is one of those options that you get.
Yes. Right.
Nice try, though.
It's always a good try. Always a good try. Yes. So
anyway, Dan, what's your?
Hello. What is it, my go?
Yeah, what's in your belly?
I got myself a Santa's chicken pizza, 12-inch, a 9-inch garlic bread, a chicken burger with salad and mayonnaise, because I only wanted a light snack for me.
Not a light snack for his thing.
I'm not a fat bastard, but I'm working on it. And then bench, I've made a Frankenstein style airbrush. Because I've got a replica stuff on floor as well. And I'm holding this airbrush so you can see it. Ooh, that's good. So let's try switching back the other screen. So there we go. Frankenstein of airbrushes. I've got a bad habit of breaking them in unexpected ways. So you know when you open up the front end to take the needle out, you got an outer casing and then an inner bit. I've got one of my airbrushes that had snapped the tiny little bit, one of those. Snapped one of those with my bare hands because I am superhuman strong, but only in my right arm. And then
which is quite good considering you're left-handed. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when it's not in use, I've got the little cup dish, whatever you call that thing, but I'll leave it hooked on
pot.
that. Yeah. So I'll leave it hooked on that on the desk whilst it's not in use. And quite often that back bit that I've just taken off is missing because, you know, it's like 3 uses and I seem to have to clean the needle off. So it's like that most of the time. And I managed to drop it. It hit the needle first. So needle got bent on back end ever so slightly. So that's the old needle, which you can see at the back end where it's hit. Just slightly bent, but I thought, I don't care. And then I got frustrated as I was trying to put it in at one point. So this bit that you
we've all that's all happened to us at one point. Don't worry, Dan.
Yeah. So that bit that you tighten up, you know, so that it's held tightly in place, the needle gets held tight.
Yeah.
I tightened that too much and ended up snapping the bits that it screws onto, you know, the 4 little bits. So, yeah, there's about 12 different varying parts from about 12 different airbrushes that I've cobbled together because I don't want to buy another one. I only buy cheap ones.
Well, can I ask a question?
Go on, then.
Does it work?
Yeah.
Well, why bother then? Why bother about getting another one if you've made one work out of all the other bits? So as a victory in my mind.
Yeah.
I've somehow managed this. I discovered that you know, this bit that comes down here, there's actually a spring inside there that I've managed to squidge.
You squidged the spring?
Yeah, because I'm sure everyone must have had it at some point with an airbrush where, you know, just behind where the pot is, there's a bit that you screw in that has a rubber ring to, to seal it.
That's the needle bearing.
Yeah, so that bit that goes into there, the rubber ring, it had, you know, gone, that it had cracked or whatever, and you put paint in the pot and it just dribbles straight out of that back end. So it's like, it's kind of like it's got the shit. But so initially I was just thinking of, because this one was more or less okay. It just needed that little rubber ring to be replaced. So I sort of stripped it down, shoved the the bit that gets pulled back by the trigger, I'd sort of forced that back without the trigger there, so that I could unfasten. I think that's the bit, possibly. No, where is it? No, that one. So that I could take that bit out that holds the rubber ring in place. Helps if I put it on, you know. Yeah, so I'm well and truly ballsed up that, because it's like I'm just trying to replace a rubber ring and end up knacking the spring that's in there, which means that whether you pull in trigger or not, air's continuously going through. Which is where I resulted in, let's build a new one from the various bits of old ones that I've buggered up in various different ways. I think I've managed to knack an airbrush in every conceivable way, including getting pissed off and throwing one across the room.
Dan, can I ask you a question? What kind of paints do you use?
For airbrushing, it's all Vallejo. You know, Vallejos.
Right. Okay. What are you using as a solvent?
Nothing.
Right.
Probably why I'm buggering up so many of them.
What are you using to clean the airbrush is the next question.
I think I've got some here. Tend to use that initially to get rid of some of the stuff, and then I got the clean, you know, the same brand. I think that's Vallejo as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So same brand, but you know, the cleaner type stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're not spraying through your El Cheapo airbrush something like hot lacquers.
No.
Solvents. Okay, that's right. Right. The reason you're having so much problem with your paints, where you have to clean the airbrush every 3 minutes, as you say, is you're probably mixing the paint up too thick, or you're not putting a retarder in to help with needle tip drying.
Yeah, I'm pretty much predominantly it's gumming up as I'm using this stuff. You know, it's Vallejo Black Mecha Primer.
Yes.
Far as I know, you're not meant to be putting any kind of thinners in with.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, right. I know what the problem you're having with that is. You're not using a big enough needle. You need a fairly big needle to float to put a pigment through. If you can imagine, that's the size of the molecules in your colored paint, right? Mm-hmm. That's the size of the molecules in your primer paint. They're a lot bigger. Mm-hmm. So if you spray that quite happily through an airbrush needle, but you're having problems with something that size, you need to enlarge the size of your needle. You need to go 0.5 mil, a 0.5 needle or above.
I think I'm also managing to bugger it up because I forget to clean it after use. You know,
that doesn't help. That doesn't help
as well. Yes.
It's sort of, I'll paint, you know, put my primer on or my paint on, and then once I've done with some, you know, like that kind of size, I'll bugger off for a brew, and then by the time I've come back from getting myself a new coffee, I'll have forgotten, need to clean out what's in there. So 3 or 4 days later, you know, what's left in there has completely dried out, and I've got about 6 hours of pissing around, digging it out with whatever I can.
Yes.
I think next week's tip of the week.
Never a good thing.
I think next week's tip.
Always clean your brush.
Is going to be airbrush maintenance, Dan, especially for you.
So that's airbrush maintenance for dummies.
Yes.
Airbrush maintenance 101. I believe Graham was gone. So Like Graham. I don't know if anybody else saw him go, but
Yes, he did go. Somebody said goodbye to him.
Well, unfortunately, I've just broken a little bit of me battle, so I got a 3D print just on the rear of the pod bay doors.
no.
Dear.
You can barely tell. It's like won't really notice unless you're looking at it. That like from a
Look.
distance, you're not going to see it.
Let us see it. Put us on. Let me just put you on big screen. There we go. A minute. Wait a second. Ding, ding, ding.
Like I don't think you can really tell. I can't get a better shot of that. Just on the interior, you can see where it is. Just on the sides, in the like there.
Yeah, it's battle.
Oh
damage,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, I see
that's
it, yeah.
It's all because I was putting the milliput in because my other milliput was knackered as well, so I just cut a bit off and made it work. But it annoyed me because I could just see a prong of it in the middle coming down. I thought, I'll paint it black, and then I thought, no, that's going to annoy me, so I shoved a thing in it. And it's like, oh, because I didn't think about it being so fucking delicate there. My only advice to the guy that made this, because this is all chunky, this is all feels really, really solid. Why not make them solid as well, instead of just instead of hollow?
Well, I
makes
think
sense.
it's for the effect, isn't it? Yeah, it's for the effect because they are the landing bays, aren't they?
Yeah, but he could have done what he did with the thrusters.
Yeah, I
Just
suppose.
put the indent of the thrusters out, and then I just fill them in. But I'm not going to notice that too much. I'm still going to have fun painting it. I'm still going to have a nice little model at the end of it. And it was only, what,
course you
15 quid, so, At some point, I am going to start on the Viper again. Because I've got it primed. I've got it sprayed white over a black undercoat, which felt pointless now. Because I wasn't using airbrush, I was using rattle can. So I need an off grey. So I think I might pick up some Citadel Grey Seer, which is a very nice off grey.
That is a very good undercoat.
Gloss varnish it.
Rattle can.
Gloss varnish it. Add a load of Starship filth. Add some, paint it silver, paint a bit silver. Add a load of Starship filth. Actually, no, I'll have to add the decals first, won't I? I'll gloss it, add the decals, gloss it, and then the Starship filth.
Well done.
Yes.
But
Anyway, going back
on.
to Dan, we've had your belly, we've had your bench. What is your baboon called, and what colour balloon have you chosen?
I'm going to call me Baboon Phil because I can't call it Panzer because he looks more like a general after seeing what Phil's got on the bench. That's 2 for 1 deal. I managed to get 2 insults in 1 sentence.
Twofer.
And
Hey, we got a twofer. Right.
And then I can't pick a colour, so I'm going to go for a balloon that's rainbow coloured. How about that? All the colours in one.
All the colours.
Yeah.
And what's your baboon's name? Oh, yeah, it said Phil. Didn't it? Yeah.
Pay attention. Pay attention.
Oh,
now it's Adam's turn. What does Adam have in his belly? What
Right.
is on his belly? What's
Right,
his
let's go
belly?
through this. Give me a second. Hold on. Toast, caffeine, Battlestar Galactica, and Impulsor. Baboon is Farnsworth, and the colour of my balloon is again Octarine.
Octarine.
Octarine, because I've been listening to Discworld in the car. I've read all the books, like countless times. So, but I'm getting the audiobooks from my Audible. So I've been listening to that. What are you reading as well?
I am reading nothing.
Well, technically, you can only read a book, a physical book. You can't read an audio book.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the issue is I'm reading 3 books on the go with.
Anyway, I'm just going back through chat to check, and no one has answered the question.
Have they not?
Bench.
Because at the moment I'm reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Hell's Reach, which is one of my 40k novels, and I'm currently going through my back catalogue of comics, which you can see there. I've just got Destro to finish, and I'm caught up. As well as trying to read the new
Johnny,
Warhammer 40,000 update. Oh, God, that's a massive update.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ, it's huge. Right, if you
The
don't...
picture books count as reading, because if they do, then I'm reading Playboy.
It's not that kind of picture book.
And also, I've just found a file that, you know, I would never, ever, ever go out of my way to tease anybody.
No.
No.
But if I zoom out a little bit on the file that I've found that is 3D printable.
That's from the Razor. That's a Razor Cylon.
That's the original Cylons.
That is not an original. That is the reimagined series Cylon, which is based on the original Cylons.
Oh,
I am that much of a dork.
Whereas I kind of like this version of Cylon because, you know, you can't mistake it for a dude in a suit.
Yeah, there you go. That's one of the Razor ones.
And something about this way pistons on back at leg strikes me as they've watched RoboCop and it's like, yeah, we want to one-up him with two pistons that are really big.
Yeah.
It's like a pissing contest.
What I want to know is who makes a full-size model of number 7.
Thing is, I would love to get a 3D printer, and because I would print off the classic Cylon helmet, shoulders, chest, gloves, so you know the whole shebang, and make the full costume out of resin print.
I kind of fancy the idea of, you know, you got elements of this version of Cylon that come from the original version.
Yeah.
So I kind of fancy the idea of that chest plate and the shoulder bits.
Yeah.
And possibly, you know, the backpack.
Yeah.
3D print them at 1-to-1 replica so that I could actually wear them. And then I've more or less figured out electroplating so I could get that chrome finish and then ride around on my back pretending I'm a Cylon.
That works. Well, there's loads of guys, loads of people in the Battlestar Galactica community who will dress up as like classic Cylons and stuff like that. Like there's loads of them. There's one Commander Legatus, I think, is one of them. He's quite entertaining. But yeah, there's loads of guys who dress up as like the original Cylons. I mean, I would love. At one point I was going to do Papakura, where you get the paper thing.
Yeah.
Put all then you put the paper thing together, then you cover it in
Beacle foil?
no, you cover it in
Craft film.
no, that was one way I was going to, but this is before I learned about doing that. You get fiberglass, I think it is. You do the fiberglass thing all around, and then you make a mold of it, and then you do the molding process to make a helmet. And that was really long-winded. So my next thing was going to be get the Papakura files and just put them onto foam. And then once I can build it, I've got a foam helmet instead of having this really long-winded way of making a mold. But I couldn't be bothered. Just generally couldn't be bothered. It was just so many pieces for the helmet. I was like, I am not this talented. I do not have this much time and patience. One day I might, but I just thought, you know what? One day I might just get a 3D print, like a fairly large, like FDM printer, maybe. Could probably be better printed on FDM than resin.
Yes.
It's all right, but there's a lot of striations that you have to fill in. There's a lot of prep, prepping and finishing with that.
Yeah, the thing is, you print it out and then you take all the like support software and everything. Then you have to like meld it together, and then you have to clean it all down because of all the ley lines and stuff like that. Well, although I don't believe that the ley lines is too much of an issue these days.
It depends on the machine, but yeah.
I believe they've got a lot better, so you don't have to worry too much about the ley lines. I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to make a coffee. I'm gasping for some reason. It is really hot, and yet I want a hot drink. So excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, and Dan.
No problem. Ladies and gentlemen, and Dan.
It's almost like he knows that I'm doing a bit of gender bending and I've got a skirt on down here that I'm not going to show you.
There we go. That's just a little. I'm glad it's gone 9 o'clock because that would have been a bit too much information. Right. Have we not got any more takers to come in?
Nope.
Dear, oh dear.
Like I said, there's 11 people watching. Well, technically there's 10 people watching because I'm one of them.
Well, make that 8 people because I no doubt me and Dan are watching as well.
Okay. Yes. Classic Building says, "Don't buy a Humbrol 3D printer." No.
No.
I think my resin one's same as Panzer's got, and I can the Elegoo
Mars Pro.
Yeah, Mars Pro 2, I think, man.
Yes. I'm looking at a Saturn for next year.
I'm actually looking to replace the one that uses PLA. So I've got that's what I started out with, and I had massive issues with the layer lines thing. Plus, the print bed almost immediately started where a part of it weren't adhering properly, and every print failed because it's like curling up on one side. So I'm kind of inclined to, because I want to start where it's, I have a few ideas for things like the worker bee, where if I can build a frame that's sturdy, I could then potentially make the worker bee and other things in 1/6 scale. And I've also figured out ways of slicing things up. When you got something that's too big to print in one piece, chop it into sections so that I can then print 1-to-1 scale, because I do actually fancy the idea of some form of body armor that goes over top of my riding jacket, because it gets really cold in winter, and as you ride, I ride all year round. And probably shouldn't, because cold really messes up my knee, but I do. But if I can make my own armor, I think that'd be kind of cool, because then I could have. I don't know if anyone else on camera or in chat, Adam would probably remember it, but you had back in '80s, you had He-Man. You had 2 versions of him. You had one version where he just has that X-shaped straps thing with an H on his chest.
Yeah.
And then later on, as it got, close to when the franchise went for sales and got shut down, they'd done a battle damage version of He-Man, where essentially you had a plate metal vest, and if you tap it with a H on the chest, so it's like his arms are bare skin, but his, waist up of his torso were completely covered in armor, and then on his chest you had this bit that if you tapped it, it would rotate and show battle damage. It will kind of a spring-loaded trigger for you tap it and it'll spin to the next one.
Yeah.
But I kind of fancy the idea of, you've seen when they do off-road biking with dirt bikes, and they'll have some form of body armor on.
Yeah.
I fancy the idea of geek that up a bit, because it'll add an extra layer of wind protection, which means I've got a thermal layer that holds the heat into my jacket, but once the outer, because it's a fabric, if I bring my jacket up, you got thermal layer on the inside that keeps the heat in, got a layer that makes it waterproof that's next up, and then the outer layer is fabric. Once the fabric becomes wet, the wind cools the water that's soaked into the fabric down, which reduces my body temperature.
Yes.
So if I'll figure out a way of making one-to-one, actual wearable arm that's just plastic, it's not going to give me any layer of protection from anything other than the cold. It just means that as water's hitting, not as much of it's soaking into the fabric, which should increase the amount of body heat that it can retain. Plus, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
As well. If you want to take a look in the gallery, you
maybe.
Good God.
You
Dave has got a brand new
on
DD.
something there.
If you look at the gallery, Dave has got a brand new PLA printer, and he's printed up something that doesn't have any ley lines in it at all whatsoever. So you can have
really?
What the new printers are.
Oh.
Actually, should we do the gallery?
Yes, if we can keep.
Go on then.
Yeah, that's. I've got to get it all set up first.
Yes.
Right.
You got us hopes all up then that we're going to do gallery, and he's not.
I know, and I've just remembered I didn't put the link in the Facebook group. Oh dear.
Oh, well done.
Right, okay, right. So there's me bad. I've done it now. It's all right. Right. So that's fine. I know. Right. Let's see. Where are we? Right. Okay. So last week, the 20th. Right. Okay. Right. In that case, then let's do the gallery then, folks. Let's get the old music going, and here we go. Right. Here we go. Right. And yes, before anybody does ask, I did actually check.
What?
I did check. We know all why. We know why.
Nice.
Right. So, Max, here we go. We've got some going on there. What are they, Adam?
Chaos Terminators. I think they're Steel. They're either Steel Legion or there is own custom one, but I think they're Steel Legion. Is it Steel Legion or Iron Hands? I can't remember. There's Steel Legion and Iron Hands. One's like for Imperium, one's for Chaos. I always get them confused. I'm going to say Steel Legion. I might be wrong.
Okay.
No, Iron Warriors. Iron Warriors they are.
Iron Warriors.
I got them in the end. This is where I find I got it wrong anyway.
No, well, they look very good. Very good, Max. He's coming on leaps and bounds.
He has indeed.
Excellent.
He's got painting the count round and the guns quite well.
Mm.
Again, the hazard stripes on an angled piece are ball like, so really well done on that.
Yes, it is. Max has just confirmed it is the Iron Warriors.
Hey!
And he's actually in chat. Hi, Max. Welcome, mate.
Hi, Max.
I remembered the thing.
If anything else, if nothing else, that dragged him into the chat. Like you say, like he was lurking. Well done. No, excellent work. Well done there, Max.
Yep, definitely worth the ding.
Well done. Scott, there's some more work on the F-35. Look at that.
It's kind of hard to discover where the plane starts and the bench ends.
Yes. Yes. But that is some serious detail painting in there. Look at that. Look. I think this is all straight out of the box, isn't it? I don't think there's any add-ons. Yeah. And that's just obviously Scott's painting that's sort of emphasizing it, but God, the detail on that is just crazy. Well done. Yeah. Well done indeed. Oh, look at that. Look at the exhaust.
Yep.
No staining on that. Well done.
I was going to say there's something you might want to look at Adam when you're painting your Galactica. Instead of using metals, use different tones of grey.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. That's well done. Oh, that's it.
That's it. Well done.
Well done. Well done, Scott. Well done.
I haven't completed anything, so I can't put anything in the gallery yet.
No. Well, that was the gallery. I'm going to play it with the gallery as well. Well done. Well done. Right. Well, so far, I've done some good paint blocking in some paint.
You've done some good. What?
Yeah, paint blocking.
All right.
Hang on, let's get doing. You see, and we've got. So I need to go over the boots again, but we've got semi-gloss, we've got NATO black, we've got rubber black, we've got matte black, and we've got gloss black at the top there. So all those different shades of black. Yes. Now what I will do is I've got to figure out how to. Yes. Highlights, lowlights. Nice.
Sunlights.
And a
sunlight, low light, highlight. and a name tag that says Panzer. Yes. So if I put that gives me an idea. If I put that on like that, and then let's see. Hang on. Let's go back. Hang on. What do you reckon?
I reckon.
Is it working? Is it working all right? Yeah. Does that look? That looks all right, doesn't it? So far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Well done. Right. There we go. I'm on the right track. Let's put it that way.
Is the gun still detachable, or are you painting it?
No, it were molded onto the hand and the arm, so I've got to paint that. Yeah, but I had to put the arm on because it wouldn't fit without any sort of massaging and filling of gaps. So I had to put it on. So therefore I had to put the gun on. So, but for those who look at, I did actually put a new barrel on. It's actually at the end of a syringe, so that is a proper metal barrel on that. So it's not the 3D printed one. So yes, so I've got to paint that.
So it's an aftermarket metal barrel.
Yeah, aftermarket barrel. Yes. Yeah.
So you prefer a hard banger?
Aye. Classic model saying, shame that armor was brown. Are we talking about this or the figures? I have no idea. So I'm gonna Google, because that's one thing I haven't got this evening. I haven't got my painting reference up. I've been doing it from memory. Can't be done with
Pretty
that.
sure that the armor were made of leather, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. And
There
at your
we
age,
go. Yes.
and at your age, Phil, you can't rely on your memory.
No, we can't. No, we can't. Definitely not. No, right. Yes. The clothing is yes. Well done. Yeah, the armor is black, but well, it's multiple shades, really. Let's have a
multiple shades of black. Yes. Kind of reminds me of Henry T. Ford when he invented the Model T Ford. He said you could order it any color you wanted as long as it was black.
Yes, indeed. Yes. The actual signs were grey. They're sort of a burgundy. Burgundy was the actual top. I've got to do that. I don't know about what the trousers were. Were they the same colour? I don't know. I obviously don't know. I am, aren't I? Although saying that, I think this is more based on.
I seem to remember them pants being grey. It's that long since I've seen it.
It was not Urko. It was Ursus in the early films, wasn't it? It was Ursus, not Urko. Urko was in the TV program. General Ursus. Right, hang on. Ursus. Right, here we go. Let's see. Right. Aha. That's it, because he's got his armor on his arms. His armor. Yes, his armor. Try and say that when you've had a few. Wow.
Had a few, and I'm not going to go there.
He's not going to try. He's not going to try. No. Actually, no. We are looking at sort of a black. Yes, it was the TV series that he had purple. Let's have a look. It's just hard because I haven't got much in the way of proper
purple
still.
Damn.
No stills. Let's have a look.
For a second there, I thought we were going on a shopping spree.
No. Right, what we got here? Planet of the Apes, General Ursus. From beneath the planet. No, hang on. From beneath the Planet of the Apes. Oh, that's a collectible toy. That's not what I want. I want a screen grab. No, it could actually still be a deep purple. Yeah, it could be a deep purple. What we got here? Now again, open image. What we got? See, that's very. Oh, could be. Okay, could be in for painting some burgundy. Okay, but we're definitely blacks with the leathers. Maybe a touch of brown in some of it, but yeah, definitely blacks there. And I think the rubber black I've got probably just about right. Might need a slight touch of brown sort of filter on the top, But yes, okay. Okay, we're getting there. Right, so in that case, then how am I going to make a burgundy? Any suggestions?
Blue, red, red, brown, blue
Go
and
on
red.
Amazon
red.
and buy some burgundy.
There you go. That's the easy one.
Buy some burgundy, yeah.
That-
Yeah, well, that
that's
ain't
the
going to help me
easy-
tonight, is it? Yeah, it's not going to help me tonight.
Well, mix them.
Do you
Yeah.
have some navy blue and some? I was going to say Hull red, but I would probably go with red brown.
Right, let's have a look, see what we've got. See what I've got in my stash of colours. Right, what have I got there? I've got a flat blue.
You could try using flat blue. Experiment
Flat blue.
with the browns and the reds.
I've got a flat brown. I've got whole red.
Yes, it's mix and match time. It's mix up and experiment, my little
Okay.
friend.
I think whole red and blue. Now all I need is something to mix them up in. All I need is a little pot. Yes, all I need is a little pot. Ah, I know. Don't panic, Captain Mannering.
We're not panicking.
Nope. Don't tell him your name, Pike. You stupid boy. Right, now then. I don't laugh, eh? Yes. Right. No, those fuzzy wuzzies, they don't like it up 'em. Right. So, now then, what would we say? We'd say more percentage of hull red than would be blue, correct?
Yes.
So, let's start. Oh, too muchy. Right.
To quote your other impersonation, stop the purple.
Start the purple. Right, okay. So,
Time for someone to switch to the blue pill.
eh?
Who?
Who what?
When?
No idea. And let's try a splodge. A splodge of a red brown. Now. Coming up with muddy brown. I think we might need a bit of red. Yeah, that's too dark. That's too dark a brown. Right, so what we need now is I think a splash of red. So
Yes, take your red and splash it all over.
what? Splash it all over, Henry. Splash it all over. God, I'm showing my age. Right, now, quick dollop.
If it helps, you don't look a day over 162.
Good. Because I'm 163. Well, do you know what? That didn't make a blind bit of difference.
You should maybe start off with the red and add a small amount of blue to it.
Put some white in to lighten it.
Burgundy.
Actually, let's put a bit more red in. I'm going to be daring.
Right, let me have a look. See. Orange red, vermilion red, carmine red, flat red, dark red, burnt cadmium red, black red, beige red, salmon rose, brown rose, old rose, pink, sunset red, magenta, violet red. Magenta, that's the closest you're going to get to burgundy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, blue and red.
Right. Well, that's not going to get me anywhere, that one. So, blue and red.
Yes.
Now, small bank of blue, a lot of red.
Classic model
Right.
building saying Revel has a nice red purple.
Have they? Right. Let's see. Let's see if we can replicate. Right. So we go small amount of blue. Drop off. Right.
Oh, look, that's what you're wanting there.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, Dan, quick, pass it through.
Yeah, just reach.
Oh, I can't. You pulled it away as soon as I. Oh yeah. You're tinky. Right.
But that's such a big bottle of a predominantly useless colour. I bought that by accident because I didn't check how much is in the bottle or the size of the bottle or anything like that. I just went burgundy. That'll do for doing the A-wing from Star Wars. And
You've got enough burgundy paint to do all the A-wings than the fleet ever created.
yeah,
And then
and
some.
I'll still
Yeah.
probably have an entire bottle left over.
Oops. I think I might have just put a bit too much red in now. Oh, too muchy. Well, I don't know. Yeah, still. I'm gonna end up using all me red look.
I say, shopping. We're going on a shopping trip, boys.
Oh no, I've probably got some more.
Damn. No shopping trip, boys.
Not
Boo.
yet. Right, let me just drop a little bit of IPA in that bottle there, just so if I do need to, because that's still a brown. It's still a brown. Bless you, Dan.
I was secretly waiting to hear a ping to see if someone was sending you the answers.
Oh, I've just gone and painted myself. Oh, what a plunky.
You're doing an impersonation of Terry. Oh,
not quite.
He paints his bench. You paint yourself.
I do. Yeah. No, it's because that drop I thought I'd got rid of it didn't. Oh no. Right. Let's see. Ooh. Right, I'm going to dump that all in there because that's just me. Right. RGB is red 120, blue 120, green. Green. I have literally gone and
Red painted your fingers.
Mummy. Oh, well done, Mum. Right, so are we saying we need a green in there now then, or what? Do we need a green in there?
You've spilt red paint. Why not spill some green paint as well?
No. Classic, but classic put in there. Red is RGB. Is red 120, blue 120, green 60. Mm-hmm. But are we saying that we want green in here?
Yeah,
what's red? What's red and smells like blue paint?
No idea.
Red paint.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, this is where you use the accurate measurement of drops or brush loads, Phil. Because you need just a little dash, just a splash of.
See now we're getting there. Look, we're getting there, but it's still on a brown. Right. So, what sort of green do we want? We want a light green, don't we?
I'd say a green that's sort of greenish.
I would
greenish sort of green.
I would say try XF5 flat green if you have that.
I've got park green. I've got lime. Hang on. Let me just hang on. Let me get some.
I'd say that sort of green, and not this sort of green. You know, because that's orange.
Right.
And it's not a banana either.
It's not a banana. No. Oh, I can't believe I've got all that red paint all.
See, I think if you've got red paint on your hand, you should go like that and tell everyone you're Joker.
Yeah. Right. Now, let's see what we've got. Now, what did you say, Panzer? What? XF what?
XF5 flat green.
Now, I've got light green.
Too light.
I've got park green.
You might want to try park green. It's the same. It's the gloss equivalent of flat green.
Or hang on. Let me just have a look in my drawer. Got my drawers. I've got my drawers open. Woo!
So that was an open invitation to Dan. That you shouldn't have done that.
That was. I know. Not in the bottom. Not in the bottom drawer. Oh no, it's part green again. I thought I had another one, but no, it's part green. Okay. We'll go with a splash of park green. And for those of those who are in the know of Formula One, park green was part of the Benetton colours, right? Or even clear green. I haven't got any clear green actually.
Yeah, no, it's too transparent, mate. Yeah. You'd be adding tons of that to make it even look.
Right. So, just a splodge,
Yes.
and it will be just a little drip.
Are we talking about Dan again?
Yes. I mean, sorry, no.
When you get all excitable.
Wait, he gets excited.
Yeah, I think we could go a little bit more than that. I'm not even doing this on bloody camera, am I?
No,
Yeah, we noticed that.
You haven't been for a while, to be
Yeah.
fair.
No. Why didn't you tell me?
Because we're waiting to see you noticing it yourself.
Now we're just
Well.
quietly taking piss out of you in my mind.
Right. Now. I think a little bit more. Just to lighten up, but just a tad more.
I'll laugh
Right.
if you drop the bottle now.
I'm waiting for him to go over. I'm just waiting for him to go too far in the opposite direction.
What, make it fucking green?
Shush. Don't be mean. Don't be horrible.
I'm not being horrible.
I am.
Sarah Jane is saying, Sarah Jane says, Dean looks much better off camera. And Classic is giving you a hint to say you've got too much red in that.
It probably is, but that's not bad. It's not bad for a base coat because it's got to be lightened. So I have got some purple somewhere, which I could tint with some brown. And that might help a little bit, but I'm not going to do that now because the lady loves me, Trey. Because I won't. Now, before I do anything, is Ross on this evening?
No, there's no notifications telling me that. Oh, I've got two notifications. Let's see. That is the Bring What You Build one, and something about Longfellow's cabin. Yes, no Ross tonight. Longfellow's cabin. It's a Fallout thing. For some strange reason, the minute you start talking near your mobile phone about computer games or TV series, boom, all of a sudden tons of notifications.
Yes. Right. So
I've taken to
I'm going to use this as
phone.
I'm going to use this as a base because actually that is not far off what some of them movie colours are, to be fair. And then, oh God, get my fingers on. Got to be so careful because I just washed my hands or got some of the paint off with isopropyl alcohol. I don't want to be transferring it back to
The figure.
the paint. Yes, exactly.
Hello? No. You were balanced it down nicely. There you go.
Actually, that's not far off. It's not far off that purpley brown that I see on one of them pictures. It's not far off. It's not far off at all.
Oh, princess.
Yeah, waste of paint. Well, it is and it isn't because I mean, these paints, the ones I've been using, have been opened and So to be fair, they have been. Some of them have been thinned quite a bit. So they're not fresh things. I think the only one that's actually anywhere fresh is the blue. The red one has been opened God knows how many times. So, and if I've got enough, I will transfer this to another jar so that I've got this just in case I need to do any. Because when I think what I'll do is I'll make a lighter version of this to do highlights with, and if needs be, then I can. Yeah, I'm quite liking that.
Looks like
Then I can.
fresh dog shit brown to me.
Well, you went far wrong.
Not that I've spent an excessive amount of time inspecting fresh dog shits. You'll need to point this out.
The thought did actually cross my mind there just for a minute.
Like I say, I grew up in the 80s. We had white ones back then. They weren't fresh.
Yeah, what was that all about?
That was a very seriously ill dog.
Yeah, that seemed to get all over the country.
Either that, there was a lot of ill dogs in the time.
Yeah. So what is everybody else up to then? I mean, apart from obviously us a lot, what is people in the chat? Come on, we haven't had no belly and benches.
Oh, they're too busy. They're watching the fit, but that's what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
That, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, surely that's finished now, isn't it?
I couldn't give a crap about the football. I'm not gonna lie, not interested. Everyone was like, "Oh, you should be supporting England." It's like, why?
Yeah, why? Why?
Like, football's crap. Bollocks to it.
I've already been told off this year for mocking football.
Why?
Out of the fact, scantily clad blokes chasing after balls. How is that not homoerotic?
Only you could have thought of that one, Dan.
Yeah.
That's what it essentially. Have you seen how short those shorts are?
No, I
Yeah.
don't watch football. To be fair.
Just to let you know that the Slovenian team have scored a draw with the England team.
What does that mean?
Oh,
Then?
dear.
It means England's going through to the next
Oh,
round.
does it? Oh, God, that's going to be insufferable now.
Yes.
We're through. We're through.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Lovely.
Yeah, but you see,
Chives.
you've got the joy of realizing that in a couple of weeks' time you've got the Olympics.
I don't mind the Olympics because Olympics, you can take it or
Well,
leave it.
well,
It's
I got that wrong. In a couple of weeks you've got the Tour de France, and then you've got the Olympics. And we've also got Wimbledon as well.
yeah, but at least you can take it or leave it with that. You can, whereas with football, it's on every bloody channel.
It
Well,
was
it's
on
everywhere
3
you
channels tonight. It was on BBC One, BBC Two, and ITV today.
That's the thing with
What?
football, though. Like, you walk into a shop at the moment, everything's football. Is like, couldn't give a fuck.
So, innit? Candy there is saying, what has Candy been up to? Candy has been wanting to experiment with applying carbon fiber sheet to custom design 3D printing forms. Sadly, though, I mothballed my 3D printers for lack of spare time.
Ooh. Well, that seems like an interesting thing to try, but I mean, depending on what you're actually wanting to actually sort of carbon, how thick a carbon sheet are you looking at? because, I mean, I don't know if they're impregnated with resin, don't they have to be baked? That's only sort of like one carbon fiber that I know of, that they use to make, chassis and monocoques and stuff like that with. But, I don't know. Yeah, I'm quite liking that.
Jeff White, a second. Jeff White is saying, no, I've not been watching football. I've been continuing with my DD of Wally and Eve.
Ooh. Now, what I need to know is, are his trousers the same colour?
Jeff, Phil needs to know.
No, not Jeff. Oh, I knew you'd do that. I knew you'd do that. I think they are. I think they're going to be the same colour. Right. So that's good. Okay. Right. I'll carry on. Right.
Oh, look. BJ's in. He's saying, moan. Football is brilliant, except the way England play, which is shite. Good evening, everyone, by the way. Yeah, it was when we started, PJ. And Crafting Budgie Mama's in. Hi, Tasha. Welcome to the stream.
Hi, Tasha.
I gave up interest on any kind of sport when McEnroe gave up on tennis, and then I were only watching because I enjoyed watching him get a strop on. Kind of interesting that I went into catering only because I enjoyed watching the head chef lose his shit.
So what you're saying then, Dan, is that basically you like making people or watching people lose their shit?
Yeah. Oddly enough, the chef that lost his shit the most never lost his temper with me. And I'm the most irritating person I know. That's just bizarre.
You irritating? Never.
Whoever gave you that idea, Dan?
See, when Phil says never, I feel the need to put a note in my book. Must try harder.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yes, must try harder. Sounds like my school report. Yeah.
Most my school reports started with the words, well, what can I say about young Daniel? And from there it went downhill.
Oh, this is off to a good start. No.
What have you done now?
Who?
You.
No, I ain't done nothing. That weren't me. That wasn't me.
Oh.
That wasn't me.
You said this was off to a good start.
Oh, no, when talk about Dan's school report, when they said, well, what can we say about Dan? They think, oh, this is off to a good start. Oh.
Well, you know those bits where they had the open evenings where parents could go in and talk to teachers and what have you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, as soon as they announced one of them, I'd immediately just go up to my mum and say, Mum, you know how you taught me never to be dishonest? Drown me now, curse it'll save trouble later.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, there you go.
I remember being roundly picked on by a teacher who complained that, why is it we never see your parents at parent-teacher night? And I thought, yeah, you obviously can't remember that I come from the care system. I don't have parents. Right, wait a second.
That's just wrong. That is.
Wait a second. We've got see now. It's either we're on a time delay, We've got bellies and benches, folks.
Oh, well
we have
done.
got Jeff
Okay,
Light.
go on then.
Belly
Yeah.
earlier was roast spuds, piggies in the blankets, and mixed veg. The colour of his
lovely.
balloon is sky blue. His baboon is Let Me Think. And the beverage is currently ice cold lemonade.
Ooh,
PJ.
lovely.
Belly, homemade cheeseburger with chips and salad. Bench is a 1/35 scale Meng D9R armored bulldozer. His beverage
Ooh.
is Brooklyn Pilsner. His biscuit is none. His balloon is burgundy. And his baboon is Maximilian. Funnily enough,
Maximilian.
talking about Meng D9 armored bulldozers, I was thinking about building one of them later this year. Because I have the slat armor version.
I beg your pardon?
I have the slat armor version.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Slack Alice then for a minute. Dear, oh dear.
I've seen some very nice pictures of one wearing what's called a top hat.
All right. No, come on. Now you're just pulling my chain. I don't believe that.
I'm not. It's called top hat. It's the add-on armor that they've added, like cope cages. They've added it to the bulldozer.
Okay. I'll believe you.
Okay.
Top hat.
Look at your camera. Look at your screen. That's a top hat.
That's
That
a top
looks
hat.
more
Is it?
like a table than a hat to me.
Yep, that's a top
Well,
hat. That's the steel armor that goes on top of the roof of the bulldozer.
Ah. So there we go, folks. The armor on top of a tractor is called a top hat. If nothing else, if it's not educational, then what is it?
Mhm.
Right. See, I bet Scott's missed all this because the production values have gone up. You see, because we've gone on to educational stuff now.
Yes. He'll be snoring. He'll have been in his pajamas and be sleeping about an hour ago.
Oh, bless him. Just imagine a little Scott in his bed snoring away.
Did you just say to imagine Scott in his bed with me in the
Dreaming
chat?
of cats running across his path. No, yes.
Where motorbikes go meow.
Yes. Meow.
You see, he hasn't even responded to any of this, which is why I know he's probably fast asleep.
He is.
Bearing in mind that this far up north, as far as they are, it doesn't get dark till about 2 o'clock in the morning, and it gets light about 2:30.
Yeah, but he's probably got the curtains drawn and his head under the pillow, so he can't hear us either.
Right, dudes, I'm going to head off a bit earlier because I've got work in the morning and I need to try and get some sleep because it's too hot to sleep and it is aggravating.
All right, dude. Take care.
I won't be on next week, unfortunately. I'm got other stuff on, but I should be back on the week
excuse me. Did you put a note through
yes.
to say your absence? That's what. Okay, no, that's fair enough.
Yes.
Right, that's fair. Good boy.
If you read it or not, that's your problem.
No, that's down to Panzer. That's down to Panzer. He's the secretary.
He doesn't read notes.
He doesn't read.
Yes.
I don't read full stop. No.
That is well,
right.
Yes.
Good night, everyone. I'll see you again soon. Thanks for having me, and I'll see you all later.
Take care, Adam.
Adios.
Bye, mate.
Do you know what? I'm quite liking this colour. Hang on. That's all right, that.
It is indeed.
It meant to be brown.
Well, it's a reddish brown.
It's almost like leather, but not leather.
Ah.
Reddish brown. I did a poop like that once. I had to see a doctor.
Yes. That was just a little bit too much information there, Dan.
Yeah, but to put it into context, think of all the things that I could say and don't.
Well, there is that. Yes, there is that. I will give you that. Or not, as the case may be.
Oh. I should really drink the cold cup of coffee, shouldn't I?
You really should. Right. Now, we've got 3 seats. So if anybody wants to join before we go, the link is in the chat right at the very beginning, or it is in the description on the video, or, in fact, I'll put it back in the chat now. So, there we go. So if anybody wants to join.
It's going to be bizarre when that Ross starts streaming again that we have to stop at 10 o'clock.
It will. Now,
Last I heard, we're getting close to being, set up for streaming again.
well, yeah, but that's not. He's not had it so far. So whether he's still right, definitely his gloves are definitely black. So I'm not going there. I'm not going there with that color. So yeah, I'm definitely liking that. But I might do a slightly. I might put some.
You could always try using black with dark blue highlights to change the tint, or to make
what of the black?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I mean I've got to redo the boots. I've still got to do the boots again, and I will probably put a blue tint in them. But as for I'm not sure the rubber black. Yeah, I've got to put some brown highlights on that. I will actually. I might even try. I'll be trying to do too much tonight. I won't be doing that. Not tonight. I'll let this well and truly dry, I think, before anything else. But I tell you what, this is coming on quite nice. I'm quite liking the way that this is sort of dulling down when it's drying into that sort of colour, but that is a bit thin. So I'm just having to patch up a few bits, but I'm definitely liking that over the purple. Definitely. So I'm glad it's not actually a waste of paint after all. Excellent. Love it. Right, so that's gonna have to find. Have to find a thingy of paint, a jar for my paint. So.
Funny enough, you can never find a jar when you want one.
I think I know where I have one, actually. So just bear with me a second. Talk among yourselves. I think I cleared and put them under the sink here.
Jeff says, I think Ross hasn't quite finished working on his house, but should be back streaming in a couple of weeks, if not sooner.
There we go.
That's because he was converting some attic space.
Very good.
Last I heard, he'd finished with the attic and it were his kitchen, I think, that he needed to do some work on.
Okay.
That was a couple of weeks ago.
Right. I think I found a jar here. So.
Right.
Give me a sec, I just need to nip to the bucket in attic.
Yes. And we're joined by Kit Bass Carnage. Hello, mate.
Oh,
These things suck. Hope everyone's doing well. We are indeed.
absolutely. Right, let's get.
I wonder where Sprue disappeared after. I had his phone call and he vanished.
Yeah. He had a better offer, no doubt. Can you blame him? Not really.
Wait a second.
Wait a second.
Yeah, I just suddenly realised. I think you missed something in the gallery.
Have we? I didn't.
I'm sure you
Pretty
did.
sure I didn't. Well, started off as on the 20th, which because Adams was the last one to put a video in, and that was it. And then we went Max.
Let me just check. Oh, hello. Right. Notifications. Right. Do that one. Prime time modeling. Well, I was sure Sprue put in his first 3D print.
Well, I thought you said he did, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, neither did I.
I've seen it.
Yeah, but not in my gallery, though, did you?
Yeah, I've got it on screen.
Have you?
Let me just re-find it.
Yeah, but is it a gallery or is it actually as a shared post?
Let's need to find gallery again.
It could well be that it's a shared post, which is why none of us found it again.
Yeah, because if it is
it might be. It's just pinged onto my screen as his post that he's done on his personal page. I don't know what you call it. You know, the wall thingy that you get on Facebook.
Wallpaper.
That's weird. I'm sure I've just seen it on my screen.
I didn't think I was in there.
It could well be that it will pop up on your stream on your page in a couple of days, if not next week. I can guarantee it because sometimes Edward Leonard's thingamabob of the creature from the science fiction movie that was in last week. Paul, yes. That was in the gallery last week, but it only popped into my notifications on Friday. Because Facebook are being a bit twatty with the notifications. No, I was right first time, twatty.
Right, there we go. That's clean enough. Right. So let's pour. Now, do I put both of them in there? Because they're very much the same, very much near the same. I am.
Yes, Maximilian. That's a good name for a gorilla, a baboon. Sorry.
Right.
I
There
think
we
the
go.
best name is Phil.
Right. That's that. Now, that's clean. 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 I tell you, clean, clean, clean. Clean. Yeah. Oh, lovely. Oh. Damn it. I've gone and got it all over my fingers. Oh, dear.
So why did I have clean, clean, clean goes the trolley going through my head there for a second?
Clean, clean, clean went the trolley. Dang, dang, dang went the bell. I just fell and hurt myself, and everyone's gonna yell. Ha 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 ha. Hee 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 hee. Phil's hurt himself. Yes.
Something about your singing makes me feel like the same one in the stream. I don't know why.
Feel like the what in the stream?
What, when?
What, who? When?
Why?
Well, about that time, over
Yeah.
there, his name. Answer for everything here. Bit of a smart house.
Right.
What
Oh,
scale is that lorry that you're doing? Aren't too many people talking at once.
Yep. Sorry, what was the question? Who was saying what to when?
What scale is that lorry jobbing that you're doing?
It's in 1/35th scale, Dan.
It's armour scale.
Yes. And for those with difficulty understanding scales, it's 35 times smaller than the real thing.
Indeed. Right. Now that's definitely a purple because when I'm wiping it off my fingers, it's coming off purple. It's coming off purple.
Wipe
Oh,
the
friend, like
purple.
that one.
Wipe the purple.
Yeah. Start the purple. Start the purple. Right. Okay. Now. Oh dear. Right. So we haven't done anything for Donald Sutherland passing away. So we didn't come up with the negative waves Moriarty or anything like that. So we've failed miserably there. So no doubt. I mean, I don't know if Sarah Jane's still about. She might have gone to bed. She might not have done, but I'm sure that there'll be fines coming for that.
Kit Bash Carnage is off. He says, just popped in to say hi. He has to go.
Hi.
Have a good stream. Yeah, well, we're almost
Thank you.
finished, Bash, I think.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be long. We've got what
Yeah.
is it now? 25 past. So
Yes.
yeah, we won't be too long.
Yes, we started at 8 o'clock.
Oops. Oops. Oh, gold. Knocking things over.
Oops, that's not the word you want to hear when you're towing nuclear weapons.
Oops, I did it again.
And everyone needs to try to not to imagine Phil dressed as Britney Spears in a schoolgirl outfit.
That's very easy to do.
My disturbed.
What easy to forget. Yeah, it's easy to forget. It's definitely it's cheap. It's quick enough, easy to forget. Yes. Right now, I'm just going to do one other little thing. Give you one thing. One thing. It's all you have to do is one thing. I'm going to use this grey. Hopefully, there's enough in there because I'm going to put the highlights on the helmet on his head. Yes, a bit. I got any more grey there that I can use? What's that? What's this?
I don't know. What
Oh,
is
yeah.
that?
Oh, that one that says light grey. So that's actually a grey. It's good, that.
Come at you.
Mhm.
There's that dodgy sound again.
Oh, Dan, behave.
More
You know-
appropriate if you kept your hands in full view whilst you're doing that. Then I wouldn't have to have the visual.
Yeah, well, I have to keep them a bit close to my chest. Oh dear, no, I shouldn't have said that, should I? No.
Oh dear.
Oh, come here. His head's gone all over the place.
Oh dear.
Right,
It gets worse. It gets worse.
it gets worse.
All we need now is for you to admit to having sticky fingers, and I'm just going to die on the floor laughing. It's times like this that I'm thinking I should have had my brain, removed and replaced with something useful like a turnip.
It's only useful if you're trying to make a stew.
It's no use using a turnip to get to work with.
No. Have you ever tried to kickstart a turnip?
Once tried kicking a turnip, does that
Yeah.
count?
I've kicked a turnip.
Yeah, I don't think that still works. Don't think that counts.
It didn't go meow.
I tell you, if Scott's listening, you'll give him nightmares.
Poor Scott.
I could send him some DMs to desensitize him to what's being said in the stream. But then
What's
it
Doc
probably needs
Martin got
a
to do?
therapy.
What's Doc Martin got to do with anything?
Well.
That's what he said, wasn't it? DMs, Doc Martens.
Huh?
Is it?
Could be
You
worse.
just
It could be-
confused all three of my two functioning brain cells.
I'm so glad.
Wait, back up. Dan has a brain cell.
3 apparently.
Yeah, I nicked them from next door neighbour.
Oh. What, the cat?
Yeah.
Right. I am going to say
You're getting it on.
I nope. I am done for the evening. I am not going to tempt any more. I'm going to put the head on there for now, and then I will show you the results in a second. Once I've put the paint lid on. And that's that. I'm actually quite happy with the way that's turned out so far.
Aren't you
So
glad?
far.
Aren't you glad you gave us a choice of what you were going to paint tonight? Isn't it?
I did, yes, I did, yeah. Although Sarah Jane's probably saying should have done the Formula One, but but then I wouldn't have
Learned
got any branding or anything like that. Yeah, no, so I wouldn't get anywhere near painting.
You wouldn't have learned how to make
A muddy brown.
what's it called? The name of it? Oh, good God. Bourbon. No, not bourbon.
Burgundy.
Burgundy paint.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
Right.
was,
So,
it's a region of France. Yeah.
indeed. Right. So let me bring this up.
Could be worse.
So-
Could be your dinner you're bringing up.
Could be worse. Yeah. So there we go. I got the brown on the trousers. Well, burgundy on the trousers
Uh-huh.
and on his sleeves.
Hmm.
And I've also highlighted or painted in the symbols on his helmet. I've got to do a bit of touch up. Yeah, got to do a bit of touch up on that. But yeah, quite pleased. Quite pleased with that.
All
So
you
far.
need now is the name tag that says Panzer, and you're away.
Absolutely. So that is going to stay there for now. Right. What about Dan? How far has Dan got?
Well, let's
About a third of a bottle of Jim Beam, I think.
Thank you, Classic.
Ooh, that went all kinds of skew whiff, didn't it? Let's see. It doesn't look like a lot, but it's more than nothing.
No, it's coming on. I mean, because I can see where you're going with that. Yes.
Yeah,
Did
so
you put the vents in?
that I think I'm gonna do after I've pulled this into shape, so that these two edges,
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
that, and then in theory, hang on, but tab that and hide. So in theory, if I do add in once I've pulled that other bit into shape, so that it's this outside casing thing, the vent thing, looking at it, I should be able to just put in, kind of like a cube, and then pull it so that it's long and flat, like
rectangle. Yeah.
so. Put in one, and then put in the second one and shrink it down, because that first one's longer.
Bigger than the others. Yeah.
Put in the second one, shrink it down to that, and then it's just Shift D to duplicate, Shift D to duplicate, repeat until I've gone completely batshit. Because if you count the number of slats that go across, there's a few of Shift D, and then that last one, it's copy the first one, because that last one looks a bit longer.
Yeah.
So I've got the base structure ready to pull into shape for that top section and this section that runs down back.
Yeah.
And go Control 1. So I should have from there, just above these two tank thingies, from there to the front end, and then put.
They should all be slatted. Yeah, or yeah.
And then putting in what I'm just assuming it's kind of like a police flashlight from the 80s type thing on top here, and this block. I need these into place so as I can see the angle, so that the bottom of as you look at the bottom edge, they should be connected directly onto those slats and top part of this, whatever you call it. So it should be relatively simple, but printing in once I, in 50,000 years, when I finally get to the 3D printing stage, it's all in clear. I'm thinking that if it's a flashlight, it needs to be sort of the clear bit needs to be a light blue, and then the bit directly underneath it, if there's not an LED inside it, then perhaps chrome, whilst this would be, more like a lead belcher kind of metal colour.
Yeah.
But yeah, at least it hasn't crashed on me this time.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Right, we'll carry on with that then. That's excellent. Panzer, what about you?
Well, I have installed the engine bay sides. I also completely added the gear sticks and brake levers and four-wheel drive selectors to the inside of the cab. And I've got a couple of pieces of photo etch ready, which I may glue in off stream in case I lose them.
Excellent.
And that's what I've done today. Oh, and I glued the dashboard in.
Excellent. Okay. Right. Well, it's back to normal next week, if we can call next week normal. But it's going to be
normal.
Yeah, anyway, normal. But yes, it's back to the quiz of the week, the gallery Panzer's tip of the week, and belly and bench, all that lot. So until next week, when I hope everyone can join us in again.
Keep vamping, keep vamping, keep vamping.
I can't get any slower than what I am now. Blimey,
Okay.
I'll trip over my tongue.
All right.
Okay,
It's loading up. It's loading up. There we go. Right. There we go.
I was going to say I'll trip over my tongue at this rate. Yeah. Right. So until next week, when it's back to the usual show, back to the show with the lowest production values on YouTube.
That's non-educational.
Which is not non-educational, and it's and apparently it can be hilarious, but yes, but not tonight. No. So until then, say good night, Dan.
Good night, gang.
I said Dan, but there you go.
Oh, that too. I'm going deaf in one ear, I think.
Hey?
Who?
What?
Yeah.
When?
Why?
About 2011.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Right. and the Panzer.
There we go.
Excellent. Excellent. Well done. And from me, it's a good night from me. Be good. Be careful. If you can't be careful, go build a model. Until then, next week, see you folks. Bye for now. Be good.
Bye.
My tongue. Yeah.
God, you been on the Jim Beam as well?
No, it's my tongue.
Been-
I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you. Dragging myself.
right.
Dragging myself.
I'm on the premium grade stuff tonight. So
Oh, Jack Daniels. Last week it was the last time it was Jim Beam. Now it's Jack Daniels.
Yeah, it's Jim Beam when I'm being a cheapskate, but when I really, really want a good date, then I'll go for the good stuff. So I'm just waiting for Phil to get that name tag on that says Panzer.
And on that bombshell even. Night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.